Welcome to episode 91, I think, of DuckCast, which is crazy, yo, to think about.
That's crazy, yo.
Best line. Let me just write down.
I threw that into the video
I
just
saw
for
it,
you.
yeah. I hate how I had no idea like it had copyright problems until you text me saying like it's up, and then I say it was uploaded 3 days ago. I'm like, okay, thanks YouTube.
Well, I sent you a screenshot a few days ago with the copyright notice.
I didn't see that.
Oh,
yeah.
You didn't respond to something I asked you about the video, and I just eventually said, okay, I won't put it in then, because I didn't want to keep bugging you. It was just like because there's a part in the commentary where we were joking, like we were comparing the Marriage Story shouting scene to your divorce video.
Oh right.
The marriages don't last.
You want me
and you were gonna have you. Yeah. We're gonna have you like. In the video, you're talking about how we could like have you redo Adam Driver's monologue.
To be fair, I actually forgot all about that, and so when you told me to remind me about it, it's like, okay, I definitely know I can't record anything. Maybe before I had time, who knows? But
I don't know. It's fine. It's fine if you couldn't do it. I was just saying I never heard back, so it's just like it doesn't matter. Yeah. It's not something.
I would have been like screaming, doing the thing like line for line, like delivery, trying my best to do it exact.
There is a
punch for the wall.
There's enough material I didn't use in the video that I liked that I'm gonna make a Mackle and Zach video that like is a commentary of nothing, and it's just gonna be random conversation. Because there's parts in that I thought were really funny, but they took away from the Oscars way too much. Like you and Chris get into an argument over.
I love that. The phone.
I love that too. And to the thing, even though that was off topic, it was still talking about the Oscars, so I felt like it go. And there's some of these we were talking about like Drake and Josh. We were talking about I was getting into fights with you, like fake fights with you, over replacing you with Matt.
Yeah, I just remember that.
And it's just like, okay, this is funny. I like this, but it can't be in this video, especially like it needs to go into its own video, because even if like this is someone's first time watching a video with us, they're gonna have no idea what the fuck's going on. There's a lot of singing too. I had like a 10-minute
I remember that singing bit too. The what did we sing along to?
Friends, the Drake and Josh theme song.
Now there was something near the end, I think, that we all sung together. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Like all of us.
And I don't think so. We're watching that Jim Carrey video at the end.
Yeah.
And I included very little.
I love how the one line is all you really need. It's like just a random out of context thing for me to say at the very end of the video.
Well, that's what it was last year too, because last year we watched Shaggy versus Shrek, I think it was.
Yeah.
And the only clip I included was like him holding something that said N-word pass on it, and then you just hear me up and say, he got the N-word pass. And that's
just some weird out of context clip is all you need.
That's the
best way to end the video. Like the whole point of watching a thing, the whole thing is just to get at least one out of context line. Like, that's the only purpose really I could see.
It was I had to cut it down a lot. It was once I did the first edit, it was 54 minutes long.
Wow.
And I cut it down to 30 because I just thought like there were parts of it that really dragged on and weren't that funny. There was also like a lot of times where we would repeat something, and I would often just keep extra takes of it just because it's like which one's the funnier one. I cut out like more than 50% of the Doug Walker talk. He kept coming up. We talked about him way too fucking much.
I remember bringing up the fact that every time Olivia talked, I heard myself. Like she has, she sounds like she has my voice. I don't know.
Yeah, I did hear all of that, and I kept it in the original cut, and then I was just like, I think I felt like what was going on was a little hard to understand, hard to follow. Like, are you saying that you hear yourself on her end, like your actual audio, or does she sound like you?
Yeah,
I think it was hard to follow.
It was kind of like both a merging of the two.
Yeah,
it was a very weird reaction every time.
Their audio, we need to figure something out next year.
Yeah, Chris, I heard on my left ear in the beginning, and sometimes, or like his was more.
Well, you can hear me and you in the background of their audio all the time.
Yeah, that too.
And they're also a lot more quiet than us, so I had to constantly raise their levels. I will, even if it's like that forever, I'll do it to keep having them in the videos because I love having them in the videos. But their audio was rough.
A month or two before next year's Oscars. A month or two before next year's Oscars, you gotta tell them there's this little device, a splitter for headphones that you can plug 2 different earbuds in, and the one thing goes right into the computer, but it splits into 2 for 2 headphones to listen to.
One of them could even use their phone, have Discord open. You can have Discord open and watch something.
I don't know. I'm just
phone.
saying, but that little thing could be cheap enough, like at Best Buy or something, that can help out, and that would really help the recording. So letting them know that would be
I mean,
great.
at the very least, get earbuds and plug one and, like, just take one half.
I know, but the more comfortable approach, like if it's not too much of a bar, if you find a device, cool. With a splitter, I mean.
But if they don't want to spend money. Anyway, so I was at the store today, and I came across these
Pringles. Oh God,
Pickle Rick Pringles. I just thought I'd try it on the show. It's probably just going to be a pickle Pringle, which has existed for a long time, but we'll do a taste test on the...
What do you think the meeting room at the Pringles HQ was like when they saw the Rick and Morty episode or heard about it? It's like, hey, you know what we can make a lot of money off of? You know what we would design our can for? Pickle Rick.
Well, yeah, it was a meme. It was a popular meme. Everyone... It's marketable. I mean, I bought it.
They're selling it recently, even though it's like over a year after that meme, right? So it's like, I don't know, they're kind of late on the meme then, if they're selling it.
They are pretty. They are. The only thing I will say is that even though they're late on the meme, Rick and Morty still has quite the fan base. They were at their most obnoxious with the Szechuan sauce, but
you know what I saw yesterday? I went to the movies and I went
not bad.
Oh, good. I went to see that movie Emma, that British movie.
Don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I watched a trailer after this. Like, I was interested. I was curious. It's like a comedy kind of thing, but I think it was 15, 20 minutes into the movie. I don't know. I actually walked out of the theater. I don't remember the last time I've ever done that, but it was just boring. Like, everyone was just, no one was relatable, and like you can kind of understand the main character. She's just kind of she's this rich girl who's from a rich family, and she thinks very highly of herself, big ego, and you can tell by the end of the movie she's probably gonna get better, you know. But I don't know, just all the dialogue, all the scenes going on, nothing got me hooked into the film, and yeah, it was just incredibly boring. So I walked out. But
next
time I go there, I probably will see either that new Ben Affleck movie, which I think is interesting, or Onward, one of those two.
I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie before. I kind of wanted to walk out of Kong Skull Island. It wasn't terrible, it was kind of boring to me. But I was with friends and I wasn't gonna do that. Yeah, I can't really think of any time I actually wanted to walk out of a... Oh, actually, I can think of one, but at this point I was too young. I didn't like go to the theater myself. With Transformers 2, I wanted to leave like 20 minutes in, and I only continued to hate it. Same thing with like a boring James Bond movie I saw one time, and there was also like I think Iron Man 2 I wanted to walk out, but I was with a friend, so I didn't.
I just remember in the movie theater I was contemplating if I should sleep or not, like just go to sleep, just have that background noise. It was just, I don't know.
Nah. You don't want to like snore or anything though, and
I don't snore, but like I don't know if you ever go to the theater soon, and if you decide to see Emma, to maybe do a challenge who can stay through the movie the longest. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe you could see the rest of the film is actually good. I don't know. I thought it was very boring.
I've watched movies in their entirety that I've hated before. Most of the time,
but it's like something like this. It's just very dry.
Most of the time, it's because of, and this doesn't happen too often, actually, so I shouldn't even say most of the time. Often it's because it's like, it's not even often, I'm sorry. The few times it's happened, it's because DuckCast recommendation that I really hate, and that doesn't happen too often. I think Always Be My Maybe I really wanted to stop watching. Well, yeah, we've already been through this. I didn't like it. I gave it a 2 out of 10 on the episode. It's not like I held back.
I guess it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't know.
It's okay that you like it, man. You're not the only one who recommended it to me. It has its fan base. And you hated Kicking and Screaming. I actually had a fun fact about that. I've been watching a few more of Noah Baumbach's movies, and the same director of Marriage Story is Kicking and Screaming, the movie that Matt recommended.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same director.
Wow.
Yeah. Unless I'm pretty sure, at least.
Could be the Will Ferrell one, for all you know.
No, because it was 1995 was the year on it. I watched the movie that he did with Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller recently. It has a kind of a weird title.
Yeah, I saw that recently. I watched most of it at one point. It took me a few weeks later to finish the movie. Yeah, I liked it.
I think the first 30 minutes is a little hard to get through. When I like Adam Sandler in the movie fine, but I felt like it was when Ben Stiller came in.
For me, that swapped. I like the beginning, and the end was just not as entertaining as the beginning for me.
Oh, I definitely, I don't know. I wasn't. I think the dad was kind of great to listen to, and I get that was the point. But I liked it a lot more when he wasn't in it that much.
I thought the dad was a very real character
Yeah, he's also very unlikable.
The dad reminds me of my grandpa, honestly, very stubborn man. But yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely had family members who are like that, where you can be talking about something and some like you try to interject something, and he like does it. He just kind of looks at you and then immediately says something off topic of what you just said. Like, does not want you to have the conversation at all. I like how Adam Sandler put it at the very end. Just when he's talking about his dad, it was just saying it's never been one thing. It's just a million things, a million little things every single day. I thought that was really good. But not like Marriage Story good, but good. There was another. The people who did this is just a little side note. The people who did Shrek Retold had their second remake of a movie come out yesterday. Have you heard of what that is?
No.
They did Sonic. They did Sonic Rebuilt.
Okay, definitely no.
Which is it's like the old OVA film that came out in the 90s. And they remade that, and it was good. It's not like the thing is. Here's the thing: because Shrek on its own is a good movie, and Shrek Retold is also very enjoyable. The Sonic OVA is not a good movie, and it's only enjoyable to watch because you're looking at all these different art styles change. I did like the Sonic one when I was a kid, but I don't like Shrek. Still holds up to me. That doesn't even like. That's not even like. I can't even rewatch that movie. I can't like rewatch it with for nostalgia purposes. I would not be watching it again if it wasn't for the 3 GI guys.
I'd like it if a few years later they did the Sonic movie that came out recently.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I don't think the Sonic movie is weird enough for them to cover though. I think there's a lot of meme potential in the Sonic OVA.
You can improvise and add some things that weren't originally in the film. I don't know, like the Jim Carrey dance thing you could do whatever with, honestly. There's just I don't know, there's a lot of material you can use possibly.
The thing with the OVA though is there's a lot of meme material because there's some really weird and inappropriate stuff in it because it was just like this Japanese movie came to America. The Japanese don't have the same standards for what is and isn't appropriate for children. There's a scene where because there's this weird cat anime girl in the movie. And you got Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic too. But there's this scene where I forget exactly what happens. Like Knuckles, the cat girl lady, who's like a human but has cat ears and a cat tail. This reminded me of Food Fight now that I think about it. And Tails kind of collide together. And then Tails is like holding on to her breasts when they land. Jesus. And then it gets shouted at. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's just like so. There's a lot of meme potential with this remake. But yeah, that's I couldn't really imagine that with the one that came out this year. The one that came out this year was enjoyable and kind of innocent for like a kids movie, but it's not like good meme material. Aside from the old design's good meme material.
Sure.
But my name is in the credits of the Sonic one because I'm a patron. So hey. And I was. And keep in mind, I wasn't offered a part because I have a notable channel or anything. I was offered a part because I'm a patron. I didn't take it just because I didn't know what the hell to do with it. I feel like a lot of people did live action with this one, just like Shrek Retold. Though I probably should have just done something live action. I was just like, I'm finishing up school right now. I can't do this right now. But
like put your hands in front of the camera and put googly eyes on your hands and have them talk.
Well, they probably would have allowed that too, because there's some entries in this one that are so fucking cool. There's actually some really impressive work done in this, and then there's of course some that just look like absolute garbage. Like intentionally look like garbage too. There's some people who literally just filmed something in their room, in their bedroom or something like that. I could have put on a bald cap and did like a robotic scene or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, do you want to get to movies, or do you have anything else?
I don't know if you want to talk about the last Better Call Saul or not.
Ooh, are you caught up? Are you 3 episodes in? Okay.
So think about episode 3. I was gonna the day I watched it.
Wait, sorry, real quick. Did you know he was gonna be in it?
Let me talk about this because this is the topic. Okay. So the day I watched it, I was maybe gonna watch maybe the day after, or not the time I watched it, but I'm just randomly on YouTube, and what gets recommended to me by the AMC YouTube channel on the day the episode, or the day after the episode gets aired, is about with Hank in the thumbnail, and I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, they're assholes.
Thanks. And so then of course I'm like, okay, well I gotta see this. And still, listen, when the car came by and the shot happened and he walked by in front of the camera, you just see the orange shirt and the gun on the holster. Like, I knew it was him, and it was cool. It was still hyping me up, and seeing him and Gomez was really cool. But I hated that being spoiled for me. So
well, guess what else? They revealed it on Twitter a month before the season came out.
I didn't even.
And then one of the that's why I asked if you knew ahead of time. And then one of the writers literally tweeted saying, "Okay, well, I've been keeping this secret for 6 months," and then the Twitter page just flat out posts it.
So yeah,
it's just,
I watched it the day after it aired then, but it still got spoiled for me because
it's AMC. I swear it's AMC.
I didn't get to watch it on my own time and get surprised.
They had such a slow build up to him coming up and putting his thing up. That was supposed to be a reveal. That was AMC who ruined that. I don't think it reminds
me of the Doctor Who YouTube channel. They upload clips the day before the day that airs, and the thing is with Doctor Who, it airs in the UK before it airs in America. So for Americans, you see these clips getting posted online and getting recommended to you before it even airs in the US. Not that it matters because it's in Doctor Who, but you know what I mean. Still,
it's obnoxious. I would unsubscribe to the AMC YouTube. Because
I'm not even subscribed to them. It just got recommended to me, which is ridiculous.
Do you have your watch history turned off?
Listen,
you get less.
Here's the thing. I knew that question was going to be asked, but it's you never know, with whatever gets recommended to you, you'd never think that it would even happen. I turn off my watch
history because if I watch one video, I'll get a bunch of stuff recommended from whatever that was without actually wanting it. So I just turn my watch history off.
There's very little cons to the watch history thing. There's many pros. I get recommended music that I like to listen to, or other clips, random things. I have some recent recommended videos that are becoming my favorites. Or videos, they're just really great. But I don't really want to miss out on that, so it's a good sacrifice, but it's still annoying. It's still an AMC's fault, not my own, I'd say.
The new season of Better Call Saul has been excellent so far, though. The black and white scene at the beginning of the first one was probably the most intense one. We got Robert Forster one more time.
So sweet. As soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, I hope they show him.
Yeah, well, you know what I heard in one of the behind the scenes videos they did where they were saying that with Robert Forster, we weren't even getting ready to film Better Call Saul yet, but we had the script ready, and that they filmed Robert Forster's scene the day of El Camino, and that was one scene shot for Better Call Saul 4 months before they actually started filming the season. And if they hadn't done that, then they probably wouldn't have gotten.
I mean, it makes sense, honestly. When they had the set and they had the guy on the set in the clothing and makeup, I'm sure they utilized that the best they could and try to rush a simple script up. But
I do wonder if they were planning on using him again, though. Only reason is because I have a theory that's how Nacho's gonna go missing. I don't think they're gonna kill Nacho.
I thought you meant actually use him instead of Saul or Jimmy turning him down, actually going with him, but I was gonna say it makes sense for the script, just Jimmy sticking his ground, I guess.
Yeah,
in the most
I feel
situation.
I feel like Nacho might get out of it in a similar way to how Jesse got out of it.
I was watching a behind the scenes of episode 3, and I was thinking about like the ending of Better Call Saul, like Nacho's fate, and like that's a good theory because I don't think he deserves to die or anything.
Yeah.
And the only way out of this kind of business is either to die or to stay with it forever, which is, you know.
You should put in this episode of DuckCast either in the title or edit in a part that we're going to spoil Better Call Saul, or else we're going to be no better than AMC. Because we kind of just flat out said it without a warning. So you can even put it. You could even like put in the title "Better Call Saul" spoilers on the 2 movies.
I could maybe.
Gonna try title? Another Pickle Rick.
Okay, in the title. So you want the title of the episode to have?
It's your
call. If we're gonna talk about Better Call Saul spoilers, we gotta talk about it for a long duration of time, a decent duration, right?
You could also edit in a warning. I'm just saying that there should be something. Say. Yeah, you don't. I was just giving you an option if you didn't want to do the editing. I really like how this is the first time Jimmy, or at this point Saul, really. There's a little bit of Jimmy there still, but it's mainly Saul now. I like how whenever Kim talks about it, it's like 2 different people. Because they are kind of like 2 different people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an inner monologue between 2 different humans. But there's also like... I really like how he hasn't spoken to Nacho since the first season. Like the very beginning of the first season.
I didn't even remember the last time they spoke.
Beginning of the first season, after Jimmy gets him out of trouble. And that's not even like halfway through the season. That's like the beginning of season 1, maybe the 4th episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it's just like, of course after that Jimmy did a lot of pretty terrible things. But I like how it implies in this season with him like having to work with Lalo and all of that. It's because Nacho has a history of Jimmy. I like how even if Jimmy would have been a decent person all the way through like 2, 3, 4, like would have actually learned from that mistake, it didn't matter. He like set his own future up in that episode.
Wow.
And like he's embracing the Saul Goodman character now. It's not like the 2 through 4 don't matter or anything, but it's just like, no matter what he would have done, that was going to come back to bite him in the ass. And I think that's so clever because I remember kind of almost seeing it as a critique that him and Nacho established a relationship and then they completely cut it out. But I just now it kind of works. It's like
he was always going to go back to being a lawyer at some point anyway, too.
Yeah, like it's just like Nacho even warns him that like in that episode, because I rewatched a lot of it, he says there is going to be consequences. You are going to pay for this. And then it's just like so much time goes by without them interacting that you kind of just figure it's forgotten. And then 4 seasons later, okay, here's the consequences.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What did you think of what they're doing with Kim?
I like it. There was a behind the scenes that they were saying they've been having a hard time throughout the seasons, like trying to explain more of her character. In this episode, they had this opportunity to, and they're gonna have more opportunities like that throughout this season. So I find that interesting. Which is good.
I find it interesting that they finally did it, and she's immediately like just told off by this old guy. Like she opens up for the first time on the show, really, and just it's immediately responded to with backlash.
Yeah. I liked during a different scene, by the way, the what's it, the Hank scene, the one guy who's they're interrogating with Jimmy.
Yeah, Crazy 8.
Like, because in Breaking Bad, he's like revealed to be a snitch for the DEA, but like it turns out it's just. It's a fake snitch kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't remember if they revealed if he was a fake snitch in Breaking Bad. I don't think they did.
No, they said, they hinted like that he was actually siding against the mob, but he was always with the mob in the first place.
Yeah. I thought that was a really good detail too. I couldn't remember if that was something that they said was real or not. Like in Breaking Bad, but
they showed in the behind the scenes. That's why I got refreshed. But
oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool though. That's like that's something that definitely like a little detail. Better Call Saul adds context to Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. What about? I guess one more thing we could talk about, unless you have more, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. I didn't understand the picture until I saw a behind the scenes thing, and
Same. I
yeah,
forgot.
that was
I
so
forgot.
interesting though. It's like you can see like all the stuff that's going through his mind right now. He's
They
just
got to be a
pissed.
little. They got to be a little careful with that though, because if it wasn't for them offering a refresher, I don't because of like these big gaps. I don't think anyone would have remembered that.
Yeah, yeah.
They got to be a little careful with that. What do you think of the scene with him snapping at his granddaughter?
That was very heartbreaking.
It was, but do you think like? And I'm not saying I necessarily think it was. I get what they were going for in that scene. I almost felt like maybe it came off a little weird. Like, was that a little too extreme? I understand what like Mike's going through something horrible right now. I just that to me felt out of like a little not like properly built up. I
I
don't know.
think they've already established that the topic of his son, whenever it's brought up by people, like he's very silent about it, but when other people approach him about it, he gets very defensive, and that's like his
You know
defense
what?
mechanism.
I did think about this the other day when I was trying to like justify it a little bit because again, I get why they did it. I was just trying to think was this card played too soon? Was basically what I was
I don't
thinking.
know. You have a little girl that's like constantly asking, being very annoying. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know. He's also the
yeah, but
type with a
that's
short
a
temper.
kid.
I don't know. Yes,
That's a
still.
kid, and Mike is
And
very
he's
good
also
with.
going through this mental thing right now. He killed someone he didn't want to. I mean,
Well, I think what it might connect back to. This is one thing I thought about that might justify the scene. Is that place that Warner like that he pointed to? I think it was something that he meant. It wasn't it something that him and his dad were involved with, or his dad was involved with. He said. Like the postcard that Mike asked for them to take down. It was something that Warner had previously spoken about. I just think about like in the fourth season, there's a flashback of Mike when he was younger building something with his son.
mm-hmm.
He's thinking about Warner who built something like he kind of painted a picture of who Warner was. Now he's building something with his granddaughter, and it's just like when she mentions her dad to Mike, and she's asking about if he like how like what kind of person he was and all of this. He's kind of like thinking about what he just did to Warner and how he maybe just affected someone the same way the two cops that murdered Mike's son affected him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that could be it, because Warner's dad could be like alive or something, and now his son just dies for who knows what. But I don't know. Maybe I gotta actually look back at that scene and see if I'm actually correct about that. They might be trying to make a connection there, though.
Maybe they'll explain more in future episodes. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and Gus Fring's continuing to be scary and even less of a human being as the show goes on.
Mm-hmm.
There was a more human side to him in Breaking Bad than in Better Call Saul, which is amazing because he's like in Breaking Bad, he's like the main antagonist. In this show, he's just another character. He's just one of the
thing with Breaking Bad is like it's very fresh and new of a character, and like you know that he'll die eventually. But in here, his fate isn't going to be during the show, so you need him as just this extra blockade, this challenge for other characters.
I just find it funny because Breaking Bad is this more fast-paced series and that's not a critique against Better Call Saul, but it's this more fast-paced series, and Gus Fring in the slower show comes off like I think he's a lot more fucked up in this show than he is in Breaking Bad. I think he's a lot more just like he's just kind of evil, like the way he's treating Nacho. I know Nacho's a criminal and all, but just the way he's treating Nacho.
It's like Breaking Bad was like season 1 of Gus, where it's just establishing the character, and now you're just able to see him just be himself. This very creepy character.
You know what else I really like about Better Call Saul?
What?
It's very character oriented. Like it's kind of like one of the recommendations from this week, where it's just a series of so many different characters, so many different things they're focusing on. It is called Better Call Saul, and I would say he is the most important character on the show. In Breaking Bad, there were a lot of characters, but it to me always felt like Walter and Jesse were the main focus. In this show, it kind of feels like Nacho, Mike, Kim, Saul. Mm-hmm. They're all getting pretty equal attention. There's some episodes where they'll focus heavier on Saul, and Mike will have a smaller part, but there's just so many freaking characters in Better Call Saul that the story jumps around so much, and some character stories have nothing to do with the other characters.
Do you notice that they're kind of showing Mike's stuff a lot less? Even in last season, it was little bits of the construction stuff, and that's all that he was going through. And I don't know. I feel like they don't have much material to work off with Mike. I don't know why. Maybe he had enough in Breaking Bad, and that's why they just don't know what to do with him. But
I think Mike, they're showing how he go, because in Breaking Bad, he, there's still a nice side to him, but he doesn't question Gus at all in Breaking Bad. He does anything he says. He doesn't seem that bothered by the fact that he's about to murder Walter in the warehouse in that one scene at the end of season 3 of Breaking Bad. I think this is just showing how Mike became desensitized to this stuff, because at the beginning of Better Call Saul, the first season, he doesn't want to take on jobs that involve getting his hands dirty. When there's the fucking scene where Nacho wants Tuca out of the picture, like really early in the show, Mike suggests that we get him arrested and imprisoned rather than kill him. Like, he does not, it's not a field he wants to get into.
And it was either episode 2 or 3 that, like, Gus approached him about something and he just completely denied Gus's offer or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like in Breaking Bad, I don't think he would have ever done that.
Yeah, and it doesn't take him too long to accept Gus's offer, but he does try to return money when Gus pays him for the first thing he does for him. He doesn't want to get paid for it. But that path
to being more loyal to this organization, that's going to be interesting.
And him and Mike and Gus do not have a very good relationship right now, and that's very interesting to see. Because again, in Breaking Bad,
get closer.
Yeah, in Breaking Bad, Gus like box cuts.
I mean, when Gus dies, Mike is pretty pissed at Walt. Like, thinking about it now, like this is just some employer wanting him to work for him, and that switching to him actually being pretty mad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Although he was mad about the money not being able to get to his granddaughter anymore, but stuff, I don't know. It's probably going to be the big motivation, but there's got to be some other things left to be explained. Yeah, movies or the episode in the movie.
Yeah, what? Which one? I feel like Black Mirror episodes do feel like just short films. I know that's the point, but
yeah.
So yeah, how are you going to label that, by the way? Because there is a movie called Shut Up and Dance too.
I'll just call it Shut Up and Dance in the title then, I guess.
You could call it like Black Mirror, Shut Up and Dance, or you could type in BM.
Thing is that YouTube only allows a certain length for their titles, which is very annoying.
You could do BM, abbreviate it, just so people who recognize Black Mirror.
BM's Shut Up and Dance.
Yeah. That'd probably be the best way to do that. Which one do you want to do first?
Up to you.
Well, let's start with Shut Up and Dance.
Okay. Yeah, that's my favorite Black Mirror episode. I didn't want to tell you anything.
Yeah.
That was...
Okay. Describe the story to our lovely audience.
So every Black Mirror episode, there's always like some sort of technological advancement in this near future, far future. In this episode's a near future kind of thing, where there's some guy who...
I feel like something like this could be done now.
Yeah, it's very scary. There's this one guy who you'd never see, never hear, but he finds like the personal information or covers up very illegal acts of some people and kind of uses them as puppets and makes them do these really awful
never
things.
See him.
Yeah, and there's this one kid who was caught masturbating, and the guy recorded him from the kid's webcam because he downloaded some virus, and he just goes on this whole thing of like trying to make sure that the guy doesn't leak the information online. But what gets unveiled about the kid is very, very wholesome, and it's great.
It's actually the most PG end into a Black Mirror episode ever.
And watching it again, when that one scene when he gives the little girl, I think it was an ice cream or something, it really makes you smile and feel really warm inside.
Dude, so I'm laying in my bed at 2 a.m. last night, staring at the ceiling, pretty traumatized, and I honestly, that just popped back in my head.
Yeah.
The fuck it, he gives the toy back to the girl. Like, I was like, oh god, oh no.
The beginning is so bad.
Don't consider this as a negative against this episode, because I have a very high opinion of what I saw of this. It's very well made. It's very fucking terrifying. Not just the ending, the whole thing is terrifying.
Yeah.
And it made me feel shitty and sick the entire time I was watching it. I had just eaten dinner and I almost fucking threw up so many.
Oh my God. Sorry. Jesus.
No, it's okay. It's funny. Last episode I was saying I like watching stuff that makes me feel like shit.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
I like to torture myself.
God.
But like, here's the thing. This is not a negative against the episode. I saw the ending coming. When he's watching the video that they sent to them, the way he freaked out, I understand if you're a young man and someone took video of you off your webcam, that is going to freak you out no matter what. But just, I felt like he was going through way too many lengths to avoid a video of him, you know,
to
jerking
be fair,
it
he's
to
this
me.
teenage kid, and they're always like,
He's an
that's
adult.
something that could. No, he's like 17, 18.
I think I actually heard, like, because I read up about it a little bit after watching. I think he was 19. I don't. I'm pretty sure that he was. Yeah, he wasn't going to school anymore. He had like a job. That's what it seemed like with him, but still living at home, you know. Yeah. And I saw it coming just because the way he was reacting. I sympathized with him while it was all happening, just because I wasn't 100% sure. I was like, I thought that was a great chance. That's the first thing that came to my head. Okay, it was child porn. That has to be that's why he's reacting this way. But then there was another part of me that was like, maybe it's just something really embarrassing. Maybe it's actually going to be a more funny ending than that. So I still sympathized with him throughout most of it. And then the ending comes. I'm like, okay, no, fuck this kid. It's well, the thing is,
for me, I was like really conflicted. I was like half and half for some reason, like, because he's the main character, and you're like, oh yeah, I've been with you through this whole journey. I don't want you to lose or anything. But then you're like, well, but he is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Know?
Well, he's very human up to that point. And yeah, I just like it was like about like halfway through that I was like, sure, that's where they were going with it, because it's like, when the guy isn't like, when he's in the car with the one guy and he's talking about how like not only did they like capture him, like they got everything in his hard drive. That's when the kid like really starts breaking down in the car. He's like, because now he knows that they have everything. They don't just have the video, and that's like, okay, this kid's looking at something that's gonna get him in prison.
I didn't think it was child porn, but I thought it was like, could have been like rape videos or something that he was interested in. You know, something really dark.
I don't think that's. I mean, if it's real, I mean, if it was real, if it was like fake, then I don't think that's illegal. But if it was real, then it's illegal. And though maybe it's just not one to look like a fucking freak. Maybe it has nothing to do with. Maybe it has more to do with the morality than the legal side of it. But yeah, it's that was fucking horrible. The thing is, like, even though I like kind of saw it coming, the fucking phone call at the end when his mom calls him, that fucking set me over the edge. That was so bad. That was so hard to listen to. Could you imagine if you were in that
situation? Like, not interested in that sort of thing, but like if you did something so terrible and then, you know, someone that you care about found out, and like you're just audibly hearing them going off on you, like,
oh, it's so
becomes so surreal, and your whole life just crashes down.
Oh,
the bullies at your job, who cares? They're actually better than you as people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Dude, Oh, and like one comment that I read when I was looking up stuff about it, because I just wanted to see how people reacted to it, honestly.
Yeah.
And one of the comments said like that, and I like this idea that the troll face at the very end on his phone is directed towards the audience, because you support this guy the whole episode. He's a pedophile. Yeah. Best use of the troll face I've ever seen.
I found it really, really amazing. The guy is just like puppeteering all these people, and at the end he still screws them over. Like he's promising, "Don't worry, if you do what I say, you're gonna be okay."
Murders the one guy. Like he fucking becomes a murderer and a bank robber, and now he's adding that to being a pedophile.
And I love, like, in the show, like at the end, like on the news, it's unveiled like some guy, you know, did all this, but no one really cares, because it's like, now the conversation in that world is like, did this person do a good thing or not? Because like, sure, he leaked all these people's information, which is illegal, but it was still these criminals, right? So it's like,
yeah, it's like, thing is, I would not mind someone doing that to a pedophile. I can sympathize in a little bit, because he probably still deserved what happened to him. The guy who cheated on his wife, like, you know, he didn't break any laws, I don't think. I mean, I guess if prostitution is against the law, but like what he did was really shitty, but it's not like
cheated on his wife.
It's not pedophile shitty.
Yeah.
I guess it's not like I feel super bad for him, but he probably doesn't deserve to have to become a bank robber or a murderer. Like, I know he didn't become a murderer, but he probably didn't deserve like the same wild goose chase that the kid deserved.
What were the other ones? There was a woman who was a racist. I forget the black guy, what he did.
Yeah.
The other guy who was also a pedophile.
His family was just calling him a pervert, so...
Also, I love how the kid not only becomes a pedophile and a bank robber, but also a murderer.
I said that, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's horrible. Dude, it was so uncomfortable. It was so good. It's one of those things, I'm not sure if I can revisit this or not. I like it a lot, but it made me feel like I was so, like, the entire episode, there was just like, this is going to end so poorly. This is really anxiety driven.
It's fun rewatching it back, especially with that scene with the kid in the beginning. It's very great.
Oh, it's so, that makes it so much worse, Zach.
Warms the heart.
Oh,
I'm the kid from Sharp and Dance, and you're watching Disney Channel. Da, 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 da.
Oh man, dude, I sent you a text last night after watching.
Yeah, I had no idea what you were talking about, and then this morning I'm like, oh right, you watched the episode. That makes a lot of sense.
It made me feel so sick. Yeah, I mean, good stuff, man. What would you rate it? I give it a 9 out of 10. I like I said, it's an incredibly stressful watch. It's it's well shot. It's still TV quality, but it's well shot. And maybe, like I said, I did find it a little predictable. But overall, very, very good, very uncomfortable. Not for the faint of heart.
I like that actor. He's also from End of the Fucking World.
Yeah, he and you know what? We talk about fucking brave roles. That's a fucking brave role to take on when you're fucking when you're that young, you're like just getting your acting career started off. Like, okay, you're gonna play a pedophile.
Yeah.
That's a role that
he's really good at playing these really disturbing characters.
Yeah, that's a role I don't think anyone's dying to play. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Black Mirror. I'm gonna be like a really creepy character, and then it's like. When you hear about that, the last thing you want to
be is that being in Black Mirror is a big deal too. You're going through this whole journey with this new character to play, and there's some really good episodes I can recommend you.
Yeah, keep them coming, man. I like the show a lot. I've only seen 3 counting the movie before this, so this was great. I should make a little list of what I've seen, so you don't recommend one that I've already seen, but I don't recognize.
I think you've already told me the ones you've seen. I think I know.
The Star Trek one and the one with the game show and Bandersnatch, but I don't think you didn't see
Bandersnatch yet.
I might recommend that one day, but it's not my recommendation for tonight.
So let's talk about 3 Billboards. Something
Missouri. Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is a character film. There is a lot of characters. There's a lot of stuff going on, but the main premise is it's been like 7. How many months? I don't forget. I think it was like 7 months since this mother lost her child from a murder and rapist. A lot of good feels going on with this episode of DuckCast, right? And she doesn't feel the police are doing anything about it. Like, they're doing nothing with the case. So she puts up 3 billboards that basically berate the chief of the town, and the chief is beloved in the town, and he's also dying. So this has very negative impact. Very negative impact on her, but at the same time, at this point she really feels like she has nothing else to lose, so she doesn't care how many people she works up, and there actually is support for her doing this. And you just get to watch a lot of very interesting characters in this kind of crappy situation. But it does also surprisingly have a good sense of humor too. It is my favorite movie of 2017. Zachary, what did you think of this film?
I really loved it. I could see the appeal. I love how this story really encourages characters growing and not just staying stagnant. Especially Sam Rockwell's character.
Oh yeah,
with Jojo Rabbit in this movie, seeing them. These Sam Rockwell movies back to back, these He's such a great actor to watch, and like, just having him play these kind of characters that they start off really shitty, but you see them kind of maturing up really.
Have you ever seen The Green Mile?
Yeah. Oh wait, he was in that.
He doesn't get better in that movie.
Yeah. What's his name? Woody Harrelson. I knew what was going to happen to his character. It was very obvious with the scene with his kids and fishing, but like, I don't know. I didn't think like it was going to happen as soon, and I didn't know exactly how he's going to take his own life. But yeah, it was very interesting, and I like that he left all those letters. That was a very nice thing to do.
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking to see that scene, see how it affects everyone. Officer Dixon is one of the most interesting characters, because by the end of it, I don't think you can say that he's a good person, but you can say that like there's.
I think he wants to do better though.
Yeah, and it's like I think it just makes a very complex movie because you have characters, all of the characters in this movie. I mean, I really think every single one of them has horrible qualities. But I don't think there's a single character in the movie that's just pure evil, aside from the rapist guy that Sam Rockwell gets into a bar fight with. He's like the only one, and he's barely in the movie. Even the guy.
The only thing that I'm disappointed in, and it's not necessarily like a hugely bad critique, because I actually have like maybe a rebuttal for this. I don't know, but like I was disappointed that we never got to find out who the killer and rapist was. But at the same time, I feel like the one guy that he thought was it, maybe there's some hidden information, there's not any information out there. Maybe someone's hiding something. Maybe he really was the guy, because it was so exact in the details of how he's describing that situation. I think it was him.
Yeah. Sorry for like making small interjections there. I shouldn't do that, but it's just like for me, it's just. Unfortunately, that is the reality of life. Sometimes someone does something horrible to you and they get away with it. And I understand that like a lot of movies and shows nowadays like to give inconclusive answers, but I think they did it very well. Man, I just love I feel like every single scene of this movie really adds something. Every single one of them is great. Like every single one of the scenes in this movie is a scene from a movie that you look up on YouTube just because you want to watch the one scene, like the scene with him breaking into the Billboard place and throws the guy out the window. The scene with the billboards on fire. The scene where she sets the police station afire and he's like reading you hear the letter. That's so good. It's such a good character movie too. Like the cast is so great. I love fucking Peter Dinklage's character.
I only knew because like in the first 5, I didn't know the casting until the movie started, and then like I see Frances McDormand in it, and I'm like, oh, I like her. She was from what's that one movie, the Coen Brothers movie? Burn After Reading. And also then Woody Harrelson shows up. I'm like, oh, cool. And then Sam Rockwell shows up. I'm like, oh, sweet. This is gonna be a great cast. For the movie, and it was.
I really like the whole thing. The only cast member I'm not that crazy for, and I don't think he sucks. I just think some of his acting's very awkward, and Dinklage? I think it's not Dinklage. Dinklage was great.
I like Dinklage.
Yeah, Dinklage was great. I think her son is a little off. Not terrible, but just like some of the lines I think he delivers well, and some of them I think he just comes off as very awkward. Like one for like specifically is like when he says when his mom says there'll be no cunts in this house, he says, oh, what, are you moving out? And then they react like, and he says it was a gag, like that was like just that's I don't know, that's specific, but that's like a line that was just, it felt like something me or you would say like during one of our commentaries. It was just really awkwardly like performed, and I felt like there was a lot of scenes like that with him. I thought the daughter sucked, but
I felt like I was watching a different kind of movie with that flashback with that kid.
I was gonna say this is the 4th time I watched the movie, and this time I actually it didn't like hit me the same. I'm like, actually, this isn't that bad. I don't think the daughter is that bad. Actually, it's only one scene. I know it's like kind of unfair to judge off of one scene, but
the one thing
I don't think she was that bad.
The one thing that took me out of it a bit, even though I kind of understand it's kind of the character's personality anyway, so I kind of give it a pass. But the 19-year-old girlfriend of the dad, when she's walking in, she does this whole comedic scene, like, oh, where's the bathroom? And she does like these little, she can't stop talking, very awkward and quirky. You know, it's like I was watching a different kind of movie then. It's like this movie didn't have that type of humor until then. And it just took me out of it for a bit. But that's not a big critique because that's her character anyway, so it's fine.
The only scene that takes me out of it is the deer scene, and that's just because it's a CGI deer and it looks kind of weird.
They should have gone a real deer in the real place. I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I get, and I part of me feels like they should have cut the scene out, but another part of me is like, this is them showing a more gentle side to.
It was an interesting moment to her. She was kind of going insane there.
Yeah.
Talking to herself.
Yeah. Well, it's not just her going insane. I don't think it's her going insane.
It was early enough on in the movie. You still need to get to know her a bit. And this is just kind of getting into her mind a bit. What she's going through. What she's thinking.
I didn't think that was her being insane, though. I thought that was just her being, like, kind of just showing a more gentle side to her. Like, if you're outside, you're alone, you might talk to an animal that comes by.
Yeah, it's still crazy. She's still kind of a bit insane. I'm not saying totally insane, just a bit insane.
I don't really agree with that. Okay. But I talk to my dog all the time.
Well, that's different. That's a domestic animal that you know.
Mm. If you're alone, you might talk to yourself sometimes.
Heck you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Fucking weirdo.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it is my favorite of 2017. Of all time. It's one of them. I love everything about it, and like my few critiques of it don't take away from. They're not like bad enough to where I would like. Not, I still give it a 10 out of 10. Like honestly,
I watched it again. I wasn't sure like the first like going into it like at some point, but like I don't know. By the end of it, I was definitely very interested.
Yeah.
As much as I would have liked to see more, at the same time, it still ended perfectly where it should have, and it was great.
Yeah,
I love the character. I love how like Dixon and Frances McDormand's characters are just rivals in the beginning, and they just come together in the end so beautifully.
Yeah,
and like I don't know, just again like Sam Rockwell's character's maturity. I don't know, just wanting to do the right thing, and like you really felt that. It's a great
and
growth for him.
He has to calm down, like Willoughby tells him in the letter. Yeah. So well shot, dude. It's such a beautiful movie. Like all the just the shots of them driving past the billboards look incredible. I was very wowed by the movie. It's definitely. Again, watched it 4 times. This is my 4th time watching it. This was my first time in like a year, but definitely one of my personal favorite films of all time. Yeah. And I give it a 10 out of 10. Zachary, you?
9.5 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10.
Cool.
I don't know. A 10 out of 10 is like has to be so perfect for me. I don't know. I don't know.
For me, I
don't think I could ever give anything a 10 out of 10.
For me, it is kind of like, it's a little weird because I think I let my 10 out of 10s become too much of a personal thing for me. Like if it's a movie that I just like love, no matter how many times I see it and I get something like a little different out of it every time, like, and I have just a very personal connection to it because I can watch a movie that like maybe has better cinematography or maybe doesn't have the one kind of bad actor in the movie and it's like objectively better than 3 Billboards, but I would still just 3 Billboards could still just have more of a personal connection with me. Like it I rate movies kind of like I try to be objective, but I also try to keep a lot of my personal tastes in there too, like just because I feel like you kind of have to when you're talking about. I feel like the best way to criticize stuff and get people to listen to your opinion is just people whose opinions align with yours frequently enough to where if you recommend something, they're probably going to like it. But yeah, I'm glad that you liked that one. Based off our like previous episodes, I felt like it'd be a good recommendation for you. We probably have enough time to do 1 or 2 more little things, but I wanted to know if you wanted to recommend. One, do you have anything to say about 3 Billboards? And if not, do you want to recommend something?
Let me think about a recommendation.
I've got my recommendation if you want a minute to think.
I know I could recommend a movie, but maybe I should recommend another Black Mirror episode? Or do you want a movie this time?
Dude, honestly, Black Mirror would be fine. Just recommend whatever you want. Recommend what you want to talk about, because mine is kind of a weird recommendation, but I really want to talk about it, and I really want to revisit it myself.
If my Netflix app will load.
Well, while you're waiting and looking through, can I give my recommendation? So there's this movie, DreamWorks animated film, and if you've already seen it, you can stop me and I'll pick something else. But have you ever seen The Prince of Egypt?
No.
Maybe
I would as a kid and I forgot. I don't know. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, here's the thing: it is an animated movie based on a Christian story, but it's developed a very non-religious fan base over the years.
The Prince of Egypt, you said?
Yeah. It's a DreamWorks movie. I probably will have to do the Duck Brigade rental thing again, but I want to rewatch it anyway because I haven't seen it in years. But amazing fucking score, beautiful animation. It actually is a musical too, but the songs don't suck. Some of them do. There's like one or two I don't like, but I listen to the soundtrack to this movie still. And even though it is a movie about a religious story, God is a character in the story. Again, it's like it is a movie that when they made it, they were more concerned with telling a good story than making like religious propaganda or anything like that. And it's developed a ton of fans who like say they don't even believe in any religion, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm not recommending Christian propaganda to you right now. I would really like to rewatch that, and I would really like to get your thoughts on it.
Okay. There's 2 episodes that I think would be really good. I think I'll do this one. Okay, so there's a Black Mirror episode in season 2 called White Bear.
White Bear?
It's 42 minutes long. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy it.
Cool. All right. And my recommendation to you is The Prince of Egypt from DreamWorks. I think this was their second animated film.
What year did it come out? Did you say?
It was in the 90s. I think it came out right after Ants. And then, did you ever see Road to El Dorado?
That's what the 2 guys, the blonde guy and...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw parts of that as a kid. I was never a big fan of that film.
Yeah, I like
but
it.
I hear it's a classic.
I like it, but I think nostalgia plays a really big factor in me liking it still. It's like one of those films I look at and I can see the flaws, but it's I think it has a charm to it.
Now, is there a random question generator thing you want to do? Since we have a few minutes left, and we might as well.
Yeah, let's...
we actually have time. Oh, fuck.
Wait, is the picture still Gage?
I really want to do a gag of my own with this, but I didn't. I forgot. I should. Maybe next time.
Motherfucker, hold on a second.
Hey, Gage Liam Fancy Son, what up?
No, Gage Liam Fancy Son's dead, remember?
So who's this?
Fucking hold on, it didn't save.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, no.
Alright, we're good now? We're fucking good now? I haven't seen you since season 4.
You still got that neck pillow.
Motherfucker. So we're on episode 11.
I want that back, by the way.
So we're on episode 11 of season 5. Which means within the... and by the way, I'm still here too. I've been keeping quiet. We're on
allow him to be here, which is weird. Okay.
We're on episode 11 of season 5, which means by now you've surely met the 10 other Fancyson brothers. 10. No, we did not.
Gage, Liam, Treadmillium.
Who the fuck is Treadmillium?
Ghost Treadmillium Fancy Son. Forgot the ghost.
Zach, we created him. Me and you created him.
He's still a Fancy Son. Well, he's a Fancy Son now, bitch.
Not my Fancy Son.
Hashtag not my Fancy Son. Is that what you're trying to do right now?
Yeah, that can't be 12 fucking Fancy Sons. That's fucking retarded. Okay. Well, I haven't seen you in a while. Tito saw you guys, right?
One. Right.
Yeah, and then,
that was a while back.
And then he murdered Tito. That was a dick move.
I hope I see Tito again. That'd be great.
And then Mike Liam came.
Mike Liam, that's right. Yeah.
No, Mike Liam didn't come. Why do people keep saying that Mike Liam came? He never came.
Oh.
Still doing this shit, okay.
Not if he doesn't watch the right websites, I mean.
Zachary, fuck you. Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, did Stort Liam never come? Stort Liam definitely did not come. Chris Liam, the other Chris Liam, Olivia.
Oh God, there's those guys too.
What the fuck? These people were supposed to be showing up all season. Did they not come? Gage did. Gage Liam did.
Yeah, Gage Liam did.
Gage Liam's the only one who did his fucking job. T. Liam did too, but he murdered someone and I'm very upset with him. Oh, and
Is this a cult, by the way?
No. Well,
Okay.
it's debatable. Yeah, listen.
I think you just admitted that's a cult. I'm just guessing here, but
Gage Liam did die. Yeah, we
back
Gage.
back to 10 Fancy Sons then. I guess.
Chris Liam died
I guess
too,
you
though.
do
You guys
need
are
Ghost
fucking
Cred
murderers.
Million Fancy Son then just to finish the right amount.
You guys murdered Tito. You guys murdered Tito Liam after you murdered Chris Liam. You fucking asshole. Now we got to kill one of you guys again.
Whoa, what?
Why the fuck didn't the others show up?
You have Barry still, right?
They were supposed to. Oh, I do have Barry, actually.
We could sacrifice Barry. No one really cares about Barry. You know what? Sorry, put Barry aside. He's a good lad. He's reforming. Get the moose. No one cares about the moose. Throw the moose in the pit. You and the moose came to peace
last time when we had him on.
I'm sorry?
Are you forgetting the lore? I thought you were cool with the moose.
I will never be cool with the moose.
Shit about the moose. I don't know shit about the treadmill. I want to know why my fucking 8 other guys didn't show up.
Well, you're not here too often, and you kind of neglect your own family. You don't really call them. I'm assuming.
I was there in season 4. Chris Liam came at the end of season 4, so that's 9. There were supposed to be 9 others. Okay, they could have taken 1 week off, or 2 of them could have come at once, and you could have taken like several weeks off. But
yeah, but you don't call them at all. You don't keep in contact with your family.
2 of our members were the only ones. 2 of them showed up. 2, fucking 2.
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay,
who knows? There might be another Fancy Son out there just waiting to be unveiled.
Shit. Okay.
Who knows how many more Fancy Sons there are? You could have a bigger family tree than you think.
Yeah, what? Do you... How long are you gonna fucking fuck this up? I'm not putting what up. Alright, fuck you guys. I'm gonna try to contact the other Fancy Sons.
Yeah, you do that.
Fuck you.
You should stay close to your family for once.
He's gone.
That guy has no family values at all.
Tito's still dead, by the way. He never came back.
Is he still on your floor?
Boner.
Should really wash up the blood. Oh.
Moose. Willie the Moose. Boner.
Get that fucking moose out of here, please.
And Pickle
no.
Rick. This is the trifecta.
Pringles, Pickle, Rick, Liam, Fancy Son coming soon.
Well, okay. Well, let's write down notes because.
Oh Jesus.
And I'll. I gotta.
Oh God, that's an amazing view. Thank you for that nip.
I like that nip. Gotta do random question generator.
Yeah.
One of the many season 5 traditions, along with you doing. Can I have the fucking intro back in season 6?
The what?
You keep doing the intros.
What are you talking about? Oh, the opening of the episodes. Well, you just gotta try your best, I guess, to beat me to it.
Well, I'm cool if you're taking it for the rest of the season. I feel like it's the trope now, but you're gonna. I get it back in season 6, right?
Sorry, you cut out. What?
I said you can have it throughout the rest of season 5 because
you're still cutting out. I can't.
What the fuck? Hello?
He'll never know.
Oh fuck! What's happening?
Well, I don't know. Something.
Are we good?
You try to say.
Are we good?
Cuts out. Yeah. Try saying it again. Maybe it'll get better.
Is it good now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Am I good?
So what were you saying?
I was saying that I'm okay if you're doing the intros throughout the rest of season 5. But because it's become a trope now. But season 6, I get to do it again, right? I get to go back.
You keep cutting out.
Fuck. What the fuck? Are we good now?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good now. Try saying it again.
I just want to know if I can do the intros again in season 6. It's all.
You gotta... Okay, this internet's really bad. Whew. Yeah.
Alright, is this good now?
Sure. Try saying it again.
I was just asking if by season 6...
You're fucking dumb. You're a fucking idiot.
Are you fucking with me?
Sorry, what? I think the internet cut out.
Are you actually? Is this just you playing a fucking game on me?
Let's do the random question generator. Unless if you want to keep acting like an idiot, which I'm okay with. Everyone's okay with listening to this deja vu thing happening over and over again. But you know,
has the internet gone out a single fucking time? Have you just?
Can you say that again? It cut out.
Fuck you, you motherfucker. This has been a real scenario so many times.
A person with an actual brain cell can interpret my tone of voice and be like, oh, you know, this guy.
We have internet issues all the time.
Well, I haven't had it in a while, to be fair.
Eat shit.
You're fucking gullible.
Fucking piece of.
You're so gullible. I in the beginning I wasn't sure, I thought you knew, and then just kept going. And your tone of voice, it just made me so sure.
Would you rather have a very long 120 years comfortable but boring life, or live half as long but have an exciting life packed with adventure? Well, I think my life's already boring, so I'll go with 120 years.
Yeah, same. Might as well. I mean, if you enjoy it now, might as well. You can enjoy the rest. I mean, I like to have a very boring life. I don't like any excitement, personally. It's too much of a headache.
Too much of a headache. Too much of a hassle.
Too mellow for it. Too mellow for an exciting life.
Boner the Boozler.
Mm-hmm. Should we end that Boner the Boozler?
No, we should say other things, because next episode we have a special thing happening. Right.
So, still not going to say what we're doing next episode, but if you see episode 92 posted, you should go watch it, because it'll be really fun. And this is going to be an episode that you might want to watch and not just listen to, because it's actually could be a lot of fun.
I'm going to write down notes of the fancy sense, because just real quick before we end this, just as a recap. So there's Zach Liam,
Mike Liam.
We met Teat Liam. I guess Mike Liam exists. We haven't met him yet.
Gage Liam.
Deceased.
Ghost Treadmill Liam, fancy.
He's not one of them. He's a new one.
He is.
I'm going to write him down as the unofficial number 12, though.
Okay.
Because we created Treadmill Liam. He wasn't one of them.
I'm sure Quentin reviews Liam Fancy songs.
Oh yeah, Chris Liam. Chris Liam. Who died. And then there's the other Chris. I guess he's Bo Knight Liam.
Stuart Liam. You said that one.
Yep, I didn't say it. Olivia.
He said, yeah.
Stuart Liam. And then we have 3 more that we haven't had revealed yet. But
Mitz Liam.
What?
Mitz Liam.
I don't know if that one exists.
Sure. More diversity, right? We need.
I don't know if that one exists.
We just need it for the diversity. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some that we didn't even know existed yet. Who knows?
Yeah, there's 3 mystery ones still.
Oh, I'm sure there's more than just 3.
And Barry Boner and Willie the Moose and Pickle Rick are allies, because Tito's dead.
What a great arc for Barry to come to, you know.
Well, Barry and Willie resurrected Boner.
Yeah, but the fact that he sides with us now, what a great arc.
Yeah, his character arc
came out of nowhere, but it was a great arc.
And then someone records him on his computer, and bad things happen to him.
Mm-hmm. What if Barry Boner's backstory was the kid from Shut Up and Dance?
Well, that's a joke I just made about Willie, but I guess you missed that.
Oh, I did. More reason to have Willie off the show. He's a pedophile. Can't show Willie anymore.
Yeah, Willie would be #canceled.
Our comment sections would be turned off because there's a pedophile in our episodes.
Well, Willie's not a pedophile.
Not if YouTube has anything to say about it.
Are you going to try to fucking Me Too Willie, Zach? You're going to try to wrongfully Me Too Willie?
Wrongfully? For a fucking moose. He's dead.